Welcome to Breakout EDU. Today we'll be looking at the digital security double agent game. In our story, players assume the roles of CSIS or Canadian Security Intelligence Service trainees, tasked on their first mission of their young careers. In our story, we have the enemy organization hacker that intends to expose the digital personal information of millions of Canadians, has infiltrated the CSIS and planted a double agent within our midst. While this agent may look and act like one of our own, they are secretly working against us and need to be stopped before they're able to complete hackers' master plan. Up until now, we've had very few leads, but recently received a transmission from one of our field agents that indicated that they'd uncovered new information that would positively identify the double agent. This agent has since gone missing, but left behind their findings in locked boxes as a precaution in case they were to be captured. However, as CSIS protocol dictates, all evidence will self-destruct within 24 hours if not unlocked properly. Unfortunately for you, this transmission was delayed and only 45 minutes remain until the self-destruct sequence is initiated. Good luck. So the locks you'll be using for this game are 2 3-digit locks, 2 keyed locks, and 1 directional lock. So for the game overview, to set this up here, the first thing you need to do is print out all the game documents in color. Now that's very important, as many of the puzzles require the use of color. You also need to cut out all the pictures of the agents, as well as the Star Wars box and the bit.ly box from the document called Puzzle Cutouts. Once you have your arrows printed out in color, you need to hang these arrows around the classroom, anywhere you want around the entire classroom. But you need to ensure that the teal arrow is pointing right, the orange arrow is pointing up, the blue arrow is pointing right, and the green arrow is pointing down. Those are the 4 most important arrows because they're a combination later on in the game. All other arrows, you can put them in whatever direction you like to because they're simply red herrings in our game and don't affect any part of gameplay. To begin, place the letter to new trainees handout on a desk at the front of the classroom and place the secret agent intro transmission handout in an envelope beside it. Tape the key for the first lockbox under the desk of the player with the shortest name. This is really important because if it's not under that player's name, their desk, the puzzle will not make sense and the students will be unable to find the key. Next, you need to place Agent 6387, their picture, as well as protecting yourself 3-digit puzzle handout in the first lockbox and lock it up. Next, cut out the Star Wars phrase table and place in the second lockbox along with the picture of Agent 3796 and the key for lockbox 3. As you can see here, we've got that picture of the Star Wars phrase table. So cut just that out and put those alongside the other items and lock lockbox 2. Next, cut out the bit.ly box, which you can see below, and place it in lockbox 3 alongside the how to create a top secret passwords handout, as well as the picture of Agent 1205. And then lock lockbox 3 and you can hide that lockbox as well. Next, place the picture of Agent 8588 as well as the travel itinerary handout in lockbox number 4. You can lock it and then hide it around the classroom. Next, place the picture of Agent 1205 in lockbox number 5. Lock it and you can also hide that around the classroom. As I mentioned as we're talking here, ensure that you've hidden all the lockboxes around the classroom so students will need to search for them during gameplay. So now to gameplay. So the first lock students need to crack open is a keyed lock. So after players decipher the hidden message in the Protecting Your Secret Identity handout, it'll read, "Look under the desk of the trainee with the shortest name." This will lead them to that player's desk, and under which you've taped a key so students can find that key and unlock lockbox number 1. The next lockbox, using the protection handout found in lockbox number 1, players will pay attention to the instructions. Only information pertaining to protecting yourself is important. On this handout, you'll notice that it's a very big grid with ways to keep yourself safe, but also our devices safe. If players only pay attention to the protecting yourself boxes and shade them in or mark them, they'll notice that these boxes create the shapes of 707, which is the code to unlock lockbox number 2. Next, we have our key lock, which is quite simple. Inside lockbox number 2, with the picture of Agent 3796 and the Star Wars phrase, players will also find a key that will open lockbox number 3. So make sure that that key is inside lockbox number 2, and it'll open lockbox number 3. Next, this really isn't a physical lock, but a digital lock. So after players have combined the puzzles from the Star Wars phrase and the bit.ly puzzle, they'll get the URL bit.ly/mtfbwy77. Now, when players get to this website, they'll be prompted to watch a short 2-minute video that talks about creating secure passwords. After viewing the video, they'll need to answer a question from the video, which the prompt is, instead of writing down passwords, you should write down blank to help you remember. If they watch the video, they'll understand that that blank missing is clues, which will then let them move to the next page in the Google form. Now, once the correct password has been entered, which we just mentioned in the Google form, they'll advance to the final screen, which will indicate that the order of the first 4 background colors seem to be important. When players watch that short video over again, they'll notice that the background color changes throughout the 2 minutes. The order of the colors changing background is teal, orange, blue, and green. These colors will match 4 of the colored arrows that you've hung around the classroom. If players enter the directions of these 4 arrows in the order of the colors of the background, it will unlock our directional lock. Now, after opening the 4th lockbox, players will find a document that identifies the travel itineraries for 3 upcoming trips they'll be taking. In addition to the itinerary, there's also a grid with multiple cities placed on it. If players trace the itinerary separately using the grid, they will draw out the numbers 7, 5, 6, and will have the combination for lockbox number 5. And that's it. If you would like more detailed instructions for the gameplay or setup for the gameplay, please see the document in the Google Doc or Microsoft folder titled Gameplay Overview to get more detail. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the game and have a great time with the players.